sum of the first 6 terms of the geometric series with the first term 1 and common ratio 1/2.
Time.
63:30 seconds. Toss-up 2. Which constitutional amendment strengthened states' rights and provided that no state could be sued by
Grayson, Noah.
hesitation, and provided that no state could be sued by a citizen of another state?
Sophomore, Noah.
Correct. Bonus 3. First and last names, please. Identify the American author who wrote nostalgic remembrances of her experiences in the pioneer days in Nebraska in such works as O Pioneers.
Willa Cather.
Correct. Toss-up 4. In set A, whose elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, how many elements are there in the Cartesian product of A with itself?
Grayson, Phoenix.
25.
Correct. Bonus 5. Identify the French astrologer who wrote a book of 966 predictions about the fate of France, the world, and celebrated persons of the 16th century, titled Centuries.
Nostradamus.
Correct. Who's captain over here? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not, sorry. Toss-up 6. It was developed during World War II by 2 French resistance fighters, Émile Gagnon and Jacques Cousteau.
Sophomore, Noah.
Aquilon.
Correct. Bonus 7. What geometric figure is the result of graphing the relationship x squared plus y squared equals 25?
Circle.
Correct. Toss-up 8. What is the title of the collections of commentaries on biblical texts that form with the Torah the foundation of religious laws of Judaism?
Sophomore, Austin.
Talbot.
Correct. Bonus 9. A barrel of nails contains X cartons. Each carton contains Y boxes. Each box contains Z nails. What is the number of nails in the barrel?
X, Y, Z.
Correct. Toss-up 10. Approximately 10 inches long in humans, this organ connects the pharynx with the stomach. Identify it.
Grayson, Noah.
Esophagus.
Correct. Bonus 11. What is the name of the symbol used for the conjunction and, as in Barnes and Noble?
Ampersand.
Correct. Toss-up 12. Consider the 2 lines y equals negative x plus 2 and y equals x plus 8. In which quadrant does the intersection point of these 2 lines lie?
Grayson, Phoenix.
First.
Incorrect.
Sophomore, Noah.
Second.
Correct. Bonus 13. Mexico City currently resides on the ruins of the ancient central city of the Aztec Empire. What was this city?
Tenochtitlan.
Correct. Toss-up 14. Identify the style of art found in Eastern Europe, which is characterized by the use of iconography, rich colors, and shallow pictorial space.
Grayson, Noah.
Relief.
Incorrect.
Sophomore, Noah.
Delay.
Incorrect. Byzantine. Toss-up 15. The prose form of this literary work differs from the epic poem and is indigenous to Iceland and Ireland. What is this 2-syllable?
Sophomore, Austin.
Edda.
Incorrect. What is this 2-syllable word for a long heroic narrative?
Grayson, Phoenix.
Epic.
Incorrect. Saga. Toss-up 16. What is the name of the family who inherited the throne of England in 1603?
Grayson, Noah.
Peters.
Incorrect.
Time.
Stewart. Toss-up 17. Identify the men's professional sports league that employed female referees for the first time in 1997.
Grayson, Noah.
NBA.
Correct. Bonus 18. Name the 35th President of the United States who is also a prize-winning author and war hero.
John F. Kennedy.
Correct. Toss-up 19. In the 1400s, oil paints were introduced in Europe. Name the family from Flanders credited with the development of oil paints.
Sophomore, Noah.
Medici.
Incorrect.
2/3.
Correct. Bonus 21. Name the protagonist in Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea, who returns home with only the head of the giant marlin because sharks devoured the rest of the body.
Santiago.
Correct. Toss-up 22. Identify the organelle in human cells that contains enzymes that break down old.
Graysonella. Lysosome.
Correct. Bonus 23. What term derived from the Russian word for majority is used to designate a member of the majority faction of those who formed the Soviet Communist Party in 1917?
Proletariat.
Incorrect. Captain? Bolshevik. Toss-up 24. What early scientist around 120 AD designed the first steam engine as a small globe with an L-shaped pipe on either side?
Sophomore Ellen.
Archimedes.
Incorrect.
Time.
Hero of Alexandria. Toss-up 25. Identify the U.S. president who ended the Korean War but supported American involvement in Southeast Asia, including U.S. involvement in Vietnam.
Graysonella. Frankie Miller.
Correct. Bonus 26. He was an English logician, mathematician, and novelist best known for his classic fantasy novels. Name the creator of The Walrus and the Carpenter, whose real name was Charles Ludwig Dogston.
Lewis Carroll.
Correct. Toss-up 27. Identify the American magician and escape artist born Eric Weiss. He was famous for his seeming.
Sophomore Ellen.
Correct. Bonus 28. Find the area in square feet of a parallelogram that has a base of 21 feet and an altitude of 10 feet.
Georgia Penn.
Correct. Toss-up 29. Identify the Greek philosopher who made the first major attempt to classify organisms while teaching at.
Sophomore Ellen.
Aristotle.
Correct. Bonus 31. Around point 03, an individual may be more joyous and talkative than usual. At point 06, a person may have feelings of disinhibition. At more extreme points, such as point 3 to point 5, unconsciousness may occur, leading to possible death. What is this measurement of the concentration of alcohol in a person's blood?
Blood alcohol content.
Correct. Toss-up 31. This hospital, located in Memphis, Tennessee, is a large cancer research center. Name this hospital founded by Danny Thomas.
Grayson Phoenix.
St. Jude's.
Correct. Bonus 32. Air masses turn clockwise in the northern hemisphere and counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere. What is the name for this phenomenon?
Tornadoes.
Incorrect, Captain?
Coriolis effect.
Correct. Toss-up 33. Find the distance between the points 8, 7 and 3, -5.
Time.
13. Toss-up 34. Name the Scottish manufacturing chemist who invented a waterproof fabric lined with rubber that was used for raincoats. The British word for raincoat is named for him.
Time.
Charles McIntosh. Toss-up 35. Through which continent do both the equator and prime meridian run?
Grayson Allen.
Correct. And that's the half. We don't do a bonus, do we, if it's been very long? Okay, 3-minute inquiry period.
Just another toss up, so whoever gets the point. Without the 3 part bonuses? Yeah, I don't like it. Because when you're playing dormant and we almost beat them, that's not good. What was the score? Like, it was like 30 to 570. We got stomped.
Y'all are ready, we can go ahead and start. Toss up 1. Which conic section has the general form of 8x squared plus bx? Incorrect. Which conic section has the general form of 8x squared plus bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0 with all positive coefficients? It has eccentricity greater than 0 but less than 1.
Ellipse.
Correct. Bonus 2. His witty one-act plays rely heavily on satire. Name the author of A Delicate Balance, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and The Zoo Story.
Albee.
Correct. Toss-up 3. One of the 3 turning points of World War II, this Allied victory in the Pacific proved crucial in it.
Now Midway.
Correct. Bonus 4. It is composed of 96% mineral salts and 4% organic matter and water. Hopefully, you will never brush it off. What is this hardest substance in the human body?
Keratin.
Incorrect, Captain?
Boom.
Incorrect, enamel. Toss-up 5. The world's knowledge fails to bring satisfaction to this work's title character, who challenges the devil to make him feel happy. Name this 1808 drama about a German scholar who bargains with the demonic. Correct. Bonus 6. What young American golfer emerged as a star in the spring of 2015 and captured the 2015 Masters? He also went on to win the U.S. Open in June of 2015.
Willett.
Incorrect, Captain?
Smith.
Incorrect. Speed. Toss-up 7. Find the value of the definite integral of 3x squared plus 8x minus 3 dx over the interval 1 to 4.
Time.
114. Toss-up 8. What U.S. president was nicknamed the Little Magician? Correct. Bonus 9. He took the title of his true story about his heroic dying teenage son from a sonnet by John Donne. Name this book by John Gunther.
A valediction.
Incorrect, Captain? Death be not proud. Toss-up 10. It ran from the Hudson Bay in New York to the eastern end of Lake Erie. Name this trail first used by Native Americans that helped open the upper Midwest to Easterners.
Wilderness Trail.
I'm sorry?
Wilderness Trail.
Incorrect.
Time.
Mohawk Trail. Toss-up 11. What Betty Smith novel tells of the life of Francie Nolan, a young girl in a city slum who is attempting to improve her status in life?
Time.
Tree grows in Brooklyn. Toss-up 12. What is the 2-word phrase that describes the number of years a person born within a particular population group?
Life expectancy.
Correct. Bonus 13. In the film Dead Poets Society, English professor John Keating inspires his students to a love of poetry. What is the meaning of the Latin phrase carpe diem that he is fond of saying to his students?
Seize the day.
Correct. Toss-up 14. What is the chemical secreted by an exocrine gland that serves as a communication signal between individuals of the same species?
Pheromone.
Correct. Bonus 15. Find the slope of the line perpendicular to the line with the equation 3x minus 5y equals 15. Correct. Toss-up 16. He began his 2015 campaign with wins in the Rebel State and the Arkansas Derby. An injury kept him out of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, but the strength of his 2 wins nonetheless resulted in his being voted American Champion 2-year-old male horse at the 2014 Eclipse Awards. Name this horse that, in 2015, became the first horse to win.
American Pharoah.
Correct. Bonus. Identify the poem. Oh, do not ask, what is it? Let us go and make our visit. In the room the women come and go, talking with Michelangelo.
I just mean Alex.
The love song of J. Alfred Cooper.
Correct. Toss-up 18. This device, which measures radioactivity, was invented as a direct result.
Tiger County.
Correct. Bonus 19. The theme of this Somerset Maugham novel centers around Philip's attempt to discover his true nature and social identity in an unfriendly and mocking world. Name the novel. Captain?
I just mean Alex.
The Cloud.
Incorrect. Of human bondage. Toss-up 20. This diagram is used by astronomers to classify stars by size and color into a diagonal progression from smallest to largest. Name this diagram.
Christopher and the Russell diagram.
Correct. Bonus 21. Give the full recognized name of the German composer of the Brandenburg Concertos.
Johann Sebastian Bach.
Correct. Toss-up 22. A magnet is attracted to iron. What is the name for a forked?
Ferromagnetism.
Incorrect. What is the name for a forked stick supposedly attracted to water? Correct. Bonus 23. What is 173 mod 20? Correct. Toss-up. Fidelio is the title of the only opera credited to this composer. Correct. Bonus 25. What new weapon of war did Germany use in April 1915 to try and break the stalemate on the Western Front in World War I?
Mustard gas.
I don't know if that's the same thing. I really don't. It doesn't give one of those choices, but I've always. I'm gonna accept that because I understand. It says poison gas, also chlorine or chemical weapons. It doesn't say mustard gas, but everybody knows that mustard gas is what. Okay, toss up 26. If the sum of the edges of a cube is 48 inches, what is the volume in cubic inches of the cube? Correct. Bonus 27. In the Canterbury Tales by Chaucer, the pilgrims are making their pilgrimage to visit the shrine of what saint?
St. Thomas.
Incorrect.
Thomas a Becket.
Correct. Toss up 28. This question requires a multiple answer in correct order. Specifically, what type of endoplasmic reticulum produces steroids? Incorrect.
Rough endoplasmic reticulum.
Incorrect.
Time out.
What kind smooth and
Calm down.
That's not, I mean, that much in 2 hours, but I mean, we can't make those mistakes.
Mr. Paulson.
29. 29. What is 23 squared?
Time.
529. Toss up 30. What is the two-syllable word that describes the periodic process by which some animals on a regular basis shed their outer layer of skin?
Grayson, Ella. Molting.
Correct. Bonus 31. Calculate the length in meters of a small arc of a circle with a radius of 5 meters intersected by a 36-degree central angle.
Time.
Got it, Captain?
2.5.
Incorrect. 1 pi meters. Toss up. 32. As the leader of the victorious nationalist forces, this general became the leader of Spain in 1939 after their civil war. Name this dictator who ruled until his death in 1975.
Time.
Franco. Toss up 33. What type of asexual reproduction occurs in some unicellular organisms when the parent cell divides to form 2 or more similar daughter cells?
Grayson, Ella.
Binary fission.
Correct. Bonus 34. Which term designates a form of usually comic German opera that has spoken dialogue instead of recitative? Most of the songs in this sort of opera are simple and folk-like.
Smith.
Incorrect, Captain?
Oratorio.
Incorrect. Sing spiel. Toss up 35. Find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix with first row 1, 1, 1, second row 0, 3, 4, and third row 0, 0, -2.
Platform, Ella.
0.
Incorrect.
Grayson, Ella.
-1.
Incorrect. -6, and that's the match. I'm sorry, that was my error on that one. I assume since it went in your favor, that's it. But I mean, it wasn't, mustard gas is not the same thing.
Right.